Hi everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we're making steamed eggs with crispy beef. To start this dish, we need 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger, just giving this little choppity chop up into a little mince. And once that's minced up, we can add this to 8 ounces of either ground pork, ground beef, or ground chicken, whatever you prefer. Next goes in a ½ teaspoon of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of cold water, 1½ teaspoons of Shaoxing wine, two teaspoons of soy sauce. That's 1. I'm kind of eyeballing this. I'm not using a measuring spoon. That's the nice thing about cooking. You can be a little more free with it as opposed to baking. And then for a little spice, we're going to add in a teaspoon of gochujang. We're going to mix this up thoroughly, making sure all that seasoning is running throughout our beef. And we're going to set this aside and let this marinate while we prep the rest of our ingredients. We need to chop up 1 scallion, both the whites and the greens. Now this next part, I'm weighing out everything. I'm cracking 6 small eggs and measuring this out in ounces. Now here's a hot little tip. If you get eggshell when you're cracking eggs, and this was a tough little egg, use another piece of eggshell to scoop it out. For some reason, it just sticks and it's just easier to get the eggshell out this way as opposed to your fingers. Now, if you don't have a kitchen scale, you can crack your eggs into a measuring cup, but mark how much is in that measuring cup. Now, this was 9 ounces worth of eggs, so we're going to weigh out 9 ounces of chicken broth and 9 ounces of water and add that into our eggs. And again, you just want to measure out the same in a measuring cup if you don't have a kitchen scale. We're going to add a pinch of salt and a teaspoon of sesame oil, and we're going to whisk this up. If you notice, I did 3 bowl changes there because I, per the usual, picked the wrong size bowl. Then we're going to run this through a strainer into a heat-proof bowl because we want to get out any stringy bits. We want a really smooth, silky egg. Now over on the stove, I have some simmering water with a steaming rack. We're going to put in our bowl full of eggs, cover this up, and steam this for 5 minutes before shutting off the heat and leaving that lid on for an additional 15. In a separate saute pan over medium heat, we are going to add a tablespoon of vegetable oil and add in our beef. And we want to break this up pretty small. And once it's pretty browned and cooked through, we want to sort this out in a single layer because we want crispy little bits. When you start noticing crispy bits, add in your scallions. You can shut off the heat at this point because the residual heat will wilt down those scallions. So let's check on our eggs. They are jiggly and perfectly steamed. We're going to top this with our crispy beef. And this is looking so appetizing. Now let's go ahead and give this a taste. The eggs are perfectly set. You get a little hint of the chicken broth in there, but it's a very subtle, beautiful, silky flavor and mouthfeel. The crispy beef is flavorful. You get the scallions, you get the ginger, you get the soy and the Shaoxing. And this is so comforting and so absolutely delicious. But there it is, steamed eggs with the crispy beef. I hope you all try to make this in your home. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate every single one of you. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you loved it, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell because I put out new videos every Thursday. Thank you again, and until next time, happy cooking.